Greetings, everybody. This is Winnie Wriggle, and welcome back to Edentech. We are in episode 11, and today we're going to get into Draconic evolution. We're going to do some Draconic armor, and then we're also going to improve our power situation with some environmental tech. We may or may not have to kill the dragon a bunch of times. In order to progress in Draconic, that is what we have to do, and in order to do that, we needed gas tiers. So I'm going to show you what I did to help solve that problem. Remember, we have our mob duplicator from Industrial Foregoing, and in our refined storage system, which I now have wireless access to all over the base, I have a ghast in a mob imprisonment tool. And this did require me to make adjustments to the actual spawning area. I had to raise the roof 2 tiles because a ghast requires, a 5x5 area to work. So why is my mouse weird? That's a little dot. Look, it's Winnie's nose. Hi, nose. I don't know what that is. We'll fix that later. It's because I was holding my bow. Yeah, if you didn't know that was a thing. Look, if you hold your bow, it's a square. How did I not know that? It's like it's my first day. I don't even know where I was. Do over. We need ghast tiers. So I put a ghast in the mob imprisonment tool and made adjustments to the actual spawning chamber. It needs to be a 5x5 to spawn a ghast. So we've kind of lost our cool floor up here. I just moved the roof up by 2. And so we can still turn on and off the mob spawner. And this is like old school. I had to put more lights because it didn't. You just gotta do what you gotta do to make something work, right? It's Minecraft. Okay, so we can spawn ghast, which is really cool. Turn that on. It's so cute. Blue. And because we have remember I have all of the luck, the Fortune 3 add-on. So we're getting a great number of ghast tiers. Now I've got like 104 ghast tiers. That I literally let this run for like 3 minutes. We also, while we're here, I'm gonna put on my armor. I'm gonna grab some wither skeleton skulls, and we're gonna get into the RS and grab some soul sand. And I will also show you, so you notice I can access the RS and we're out here at the mob farm. There's a good reason for that. It's because I added a wireless transmitter onto the RS cable that's out here and put 4 range upgrades in it. So now we have a 48 block radius around this wireless transmitter and the other. So if you can imagine it like 2 giant circles that overlap in the base, so that we can access our crafting and inventory from anywhere. Okay, that's enough out of y'all. So let me show you what I've done in the wither killing chamber. So look, it's actually a building. Yay, let's go look at it from the outside. Oh, hi creeper. Loser. I heard that. Might need better lighting out here. I did the same thing I did over there. I just used that soapstone cobble and hung some lanterns and slapped a roof on it. These iron fences are from garden stuff. I had made a bunch. There's a couple of them scattered out over near the main base. And I had like a half a stack left, so I thought they looked cool because this is like our wither area. I have also added semi-automation to this process now. So if you'll recall, we're using the shield projectors from RF Tools. There's a shield projector to project the floor, and it is set to be solid for everything. There's also a shield projector projecting a different shield as the box around it. And so that one is set to do damage to hostiles, solid to hostiles, but let a player pass. Okay, so this is the chamber that we kill a wither in. I have added, and we're going to have to hop down here and take a look here, because this is important. I have added the Wither Builder from Industrial Foregoing. It is not a very expensive recipe, although it does call for another star, which is part of the reason we went ahead and killed some withers manually by just building up the actual wither with the soul sand and the skulls. To get one of these, it's also machine case and some plastic and some wither skeleton skulls gets you the wither builder. It builds the wither above itself when provided with soul sand and skulls. So that pink box in there is where the wither gets built. So this is great. You can set it down underneath the chamber that you want to build a wither in and don't have to worry about this block interfering with the shields. I love that. It's so good. And it just, you don't need range add-ons or anything. It just builds it when provided with a bunch of soul sand and a bunch of wither skeletons. Oh, no. How have I lost my little magic poison thing? Oh, I know where it went. Mystery solved. I also set up an absorption hopper. This is from the mob grinding utilities. So I have it set to collect everything in this green box. So anytime a wither dies, it picks up all the items that drop and it goes down to the floor. You can see the green goes all the way to the cobble. And then it sends the items to the south, which is this direction if you look up in the right-hand corner at our map. So it sends them to the chest. So there, see, I picked up that chiseled stone. I'll hide that area. And it collected it for me, so now I can put it back. I like this pattern. It's called poison. I thought it was perfectly appropriate for a wither. So if we put 3 wither skeletons and 4 soul sands in here, and I actually have a servo and a thermal item, an item duct from Thermal Dynamics underneath. The servo is set to only activate with redstone. So when I click this to on, it should pull the items out of the chest and send it to our wither builder. We should be able to see them very slowly because they're just simple item ducts. And once it has the materials, it builds the wither for you. And we're going to back up a little because that explosion still hurts. Ow. And it's a little loud, I know. Super fast wither killing. And you can see all the items going from the absorption hopper into the chest. And there's our nether star and our supremium and all the wither ash you could ever want. So I am going to fill this up with stuff. And we'll see. I'm pretty sure that's still on. Yep. This is a test. Hypothetically, that shield ought to hold multiple withers. So we're going to try it out. Oh, and there's another one. Yeah, so it's got a pretty good timing on it. So we'll let it cycle through all those withers. So it's just building withers one at a time. And look, we're racking up nether stars. The awesome wither builder from Industrial Foregoing spaces out the withers so that you have time to kill them either using the Industrial Foregoing machines. Hey, stop blowing stuff up, dude. Or the shields from RF Tools. I think our shields are doing pretty good. Yep, we got plenty of power. Look at all the goodies. Okay, I think we have enough materials. Oh, I'll leave those in here. To get with the program in terms of our Draconic armor. We'll be back, Wither Killer. Let me run back over to the workshop and take a glance at what else we need to make our Draconic armor. So, Draconic armor, there is a wyvern helm, the wyvern chestplate, the wyvern leggings, and the wyvern boots. Each of these requires the diamond equivalent, a bunch of draconium, and they both require a wyvern energy core and a wyvern core. It's the wyvern core that requires the nether stars. And so let me see. I've made some of these. Okay, I made enough to make that. We just need to make the actual diamond armor set. So let's do that. The chest plate, the leggings, and the boots. So if we take our wyvern helm, yay! Oh, okay, I probably have not made the rest of the wyvern cores because I needed, yeah. Okay, so we need to make a wyvern core, which is draconic cores and draconium. So we'll make 1, 2, 3 of those. Because there's 3 more pieces of armor. There's the chest plate, the leggings, and the boots. Yeah! Okay, and it shouldn't surprise you that all of these take energy. And that's actually one of the beauties of each one holds 4 million RF. And actually the damage that you take when you're hit while wearing these, it actually affects the power first before the actual durability of the armor. So this is some of the best armor you can get in the game. So I'm going to stand here and charge these up real quick and I'll be right back. While we're waiting on the rest of this to charge up, I thought we would take a look at environmental tech. This mod is going to be our next step for power for us. We're going to make some of the solar assemblies from this. So the way this works is you need to make an assembler, which is a litherite crystal and a cup of obsidian. The litherite crystal is green dye, lime dye, and diamonds. This is the reason that I made all those cacti and cooked a whole bunch of them up. So now we should be able to make, I want to make a couple stacks of this. Sure. Let's make an assembler. Very important. And then the way this works, there used to be a book. There's not a book anymore that I'm aware of. Yeah, no. The way this works is you pick the type of thing that you want to create. So environmental tech allows you to build, you can build solar panel assemblies, lunar panel assemblies. You can build ore miners that are laser miners or resource miners. The 2 things we're going to build is a solar panel assembly and an ore miner. Because there's some things that you can only, it'll make our, remember I talked about automating our mining process instead of me having to go to the mining dimension. Now we're going to let a machine gather the ores for us. But to do that, we need power. And so we need a solar array, and we're going to start with tier 1. So to make a solar array controller tier 1, you need blocks of that litherite, the green stuff we just made, lapis lazuli, and one solar cell. The only kind of solar cell we can make right now are the litherite ones, because we haven't used, to get all this other stuff, this rhodium and cryonite and palladium, you have to have a resource miner running to do that for you. These don't exist in the world. Like, I can't go down and mine for any of this. So we're going to make a litherite solar cell. And it uses litherite crystal, redstone, photovoltaic cells, which are just lapis and nether quartz, and these things, interconnects. And you can make them 2 ways. I like using the black concrete and the connectors. So let me make a bunch of black concrete, which probably means I gotta go get some gravel and kill some squids and stuff, and I'll be right back. So it occurred to me, we have a material stonework factory, which means I have the ability to get gravel pretty fast. Let's go over to our storage area because we can have the material stonework factory put the gravel into the storage system without any fuss. So I've hooked material stonework factory to our storage drawer system, like directly into the drawer. Let's grab a wireless RF transmitter. We have 1 left, and we're just gonna slap it on top. And it starts putting gravel into the system. So if we watch the numbers, there we go. And we're populating it with gravel. That's very cool. Well, we're waiting on gravel to make. We're going to make a fluid transposer because this is a super easy way to turn concrete powder into concrete very quickly. And it's just one of the basic thermal expansion recipes. Pretty sure I have buckets. Yeah, so fluid transposer basic. Let's go ahead and make an upgrade for this. All we wanted to do is go a little faster. It's going to cost us a little more power. That's all right. And we're going to have to hook it up to water conveniently. And move our enchanter over. We got water right here. Auto input enabled. We getting water? Give me some water. Oh, blue. There we go. Blue is in, orange is out. O for out, orange is out. So you can set your configurations. Auto input enabled. Now we have water. That's good. Okay. So we're gonna use that to making our concrete a heck of a lot easier. I think we can use our mob duplicator to produce squid in our mob farm. So let's try that. First, we're gonna need a mob capture tool. Good thing we have all those gas tiers. And let's see if we can get a squid to spawn. Hey, squid. Oh, I see you. Hi, come with me, please. Thank you. Are you in there? Yes. Let's hope this is a thing. Because we need the dye. We need the black dye. Oh, it is a thing. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's my first time doing passive mobs in the industrial foregoing mob duplicator. Note to self. We can also get food that way too. So it should be in here because this is where, and as long as we chuck it in a storage drawer, there we go. Well, they make terrible sounds. Wow, that's a lot of ink. Look, we've been here like 10 seconds. That's fantastic. Looting on squids. Who knew? Yep, I think that'll do it. We are set for black concrete. Okay, black concrete, which we are going to process in our fluid transposer. Look at that, isn't that amazing? Put all the powder in the top and all the concrete should be coming out to the left. I mean, I suppose it could just go in and out through the top. But I'm weird. I like it going in one way and out the other. Look at all that delicious black concrete. Yay. Okay, now we can make these cool things from environmental tech. Oh my goodness. All of this to make one solar panel so we can see what others. We need to make these interconnect. So we've got the black concrete. Yay. We need to make connectors, which are cheap. It's redstone and iron. But I do know we need a ton of these, even for the first tier. And then let's make some interconnects. And let's make a stack of them to start, or as many as we can. We can make 48. Okay, that's great. Because all the pieces of this are going to require interconnects, like every one of these suckers. I think, and I'll show you how we find out how many of each thing that we need. So let's start just making enough cells to make the one litherite solar cell. Because we still remember the thing we're really trying to get to is this controller. The solar array controller tier 1. To do that, we needed one of the solar cells. See, there's the litherite, and then blocks of litherite and lapis lazuli. So the litherite crystal is pretty easy. 2, 3, 4. And then now let's make our solar array controller tier 1. Okay, if you set this down and left click it with your magic wand, the assembler. So I'm left clicking with the assembler. If you look in the lower left hand side of my screen, it tells you the materials that you need to build a solar array. So we want solar power, and I think it should give us around 650 RF a tick to build the tier 1. So we need 4 null modifiers, 16 structure frames, tier 1 or above, and 9 solar cells. So we've got to make more of these litherite cells. So 9 times 3 is, we need 18 photovoltaic. We need 18 of these things. Boom. And we need 18 interconnects, which we already did. And we need a bunch. I'm sorry, 9 interconnects. 3 times 9 is 27. We need 27 full of these. Let's make another 9. Math. That's a thing. Okay, that should give us 9 of these. 9. Ta-da! 9 litherite solar cells. I've forgotten the other things in the meantime. 4 null modifiers, which are creative flight modifier, haste, thermocell, regen, fire, water breathing, invisibility. Where are you? There it is. Null modifier, which is again an interconnect, but this time just with glass and iron. So we need 4 of these, I think is what it said. Yep. And then 9 solar cells, and then 16 structure frames. And the structure frames are these things. Structure frame tier 1. So this again with the interconnect. Also iron, litherite, and lappy. And we need 16 of these. 16. Yay. Okay. Now we pick up our controller. And we're going to go outside. Okay, and we need to be above this tree because the solar cells, as you might have guessed, need a clear shot to the sun, to the sky. So we're just going to chuck our solar panels on top of this tree because we're like that. I'm going to put them up a little bit higher. Because modded. We'll clean this up later. So what we're going to do is, I know I want to hook this to solar. You can just put a block here and set down your solar array controller. Okay, and you'll see when I'm going to take when I right click, other left hand bottom of my screen, it says FE per tick 0. So it's not working yet because we haven't assembled it. The way to assemble these, you have to have the components that are required anywhere in your inventory, and then you take the assembler looking at the block and hold down right click, and it takes the stuff out of your inventory and assembles it. And now you can see we're getting 549 RF a tick, so 550 RF a tick for relatively small ish amount of resources, really. And we can also upgrade this. This was the lowest level. There are other tiers of solar panels. So if we look at the next tier up, Solar Array Control Tier 2, it actually requires iridium. And the only way to get iridium, as you can see, is from void ore miners. So that's the next thing we want to build, is a void ore miner and put a crystal laser lens. Yep. Gives us iridium, or an increased chance of iridium. Let me put together the stuff we need to construct the void ore miner, and I'll be right back. We need to make a clear lens. In fact, I think we need 2 of them. And we do the same thing. All we do has to find the controller for the thing we want to build. So in this case, the void ore miner controller tier 1, which requires litherite, a block of diamond, a diode, a laser lens, and some of those interconnects. We really out of diamonds? That's crazy talk. We are out of diamonds. Block of diamond, which I don't have anymore. Looks like I'm going mining, folks. Get out the drill, put our charger in our baubles, and I am gonna go do a little mining. I'll be back when I found some diamonds. One more little bunch of diamonds, and then we're gonna call it, because that'll give us a full oh, I'm out of torches. There's another diamond. Well, that's 60. I love a drill. One of the sad things about updating to the next version of Minecraft for modded, there's no actual additions in it. But the creator of Actually Editions has made an entirely new mod called Nature's Aura. And I am very excited to play through that. So hopefully it'll have elements of all the things that we have loved about Actually Editions, but updated and new for, look at that, there's a diamond sitting right there. Ta-da! There we go, stack of diamonds. Mining success. Okay, let me use our magic charged porter to hop home. Bloop. Love that. So cool. I mean, not that I can't type home and get here, but you know. Let me do a little cleanup here. Clearly, it's needed. I'll be right back and we'll keep doing some crafting. And we're back. And we are going to finish crafting up, at least to see what materials we need to make the void ore miner from Environmental Tech. And there's our block of diamonds. Yay! So we have the controller. Let's get our magic assembler out. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the solar tier thing. We're going to look at the controller with our stick, left click, and it's going to tell me what we need. 24 structure frames, 20 structure panels, 2 laser cores, and 1 laser lens. Okay, 24 structure frames. Let's start with that. Structure frame tier 1. So this is the same thing that we made for the solar array. 24 of those. Oh, and we're out of litherite again. What did we run out of there? Flint. Thank goodness we made some gravel. I'm gonna make 4 stacks of flint. It's like the never-ending. Oh, and our diamonds. How are we doing? 42. Okay, I'm only gonna make another stack of these. That's 16 diamonds. Okay, so that's 24 structure frames. We need 20 structure panels. Oh, good. That's not bad. We need connectors, iron bars, and gold nuggets, and we need 24 of those. So it's 20, right? Yeah, 20 structure panels, 2 laser cores. I'm gonna type that out. Laser core. 1, 2, and 1 laser lens. Do we have a lens? We have a lens. Good. We have it. I think that's everything. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to pick this up. Let's grab a chest. We go to the iron chest mod. There we go. So we made an iron one. Let's upgrade that to gold. Let's upgrade that to diamond. And let's upgrade that to crystal. Crystal iron chests are the bomb. They're very big. We'll move this underground, but for right now, I just want to set the laser drill up so you can see it work. So attractive right across the base. I'll be right back. Okay, here's what we've done. We have our void ore miner controller tier 1 up here. I just use blocks to set it up here in the sky. And then directly underneath it, I've dug a hole all the way to bedrock. Because it needs to be able to see bedrock with its main laser. And then we do the same thing we did with the solar panel, only this time instead of from underneath, I'm doing it from the top because this builds down instead of up. Obviously, because it's going to laser down. So I'm holding down right click and looking at the block, and you'll see it assembles all the parts and pieces. And then on the lower left, you'll wait until you get that message that says assembled true. And when it's working, you can set a chest next to it and it'll automatically output to the chest. And then the last thing to do is just to hook it up to power. And this, I ended up not putting this underground, obviously. Oh my goodness, it's like it's my first day. Here we go. Ah! There we go. Opal ore. Woo! Okay. gonna slowly do its thing. But we'll check back because it's gonna have all kinds of cool stuff. Oh look, it's already got stuff. I love the crystal chest. Golden barrel, more of the silence gem stuff. Good times. Okay, and unattractive power supplies aside, I think we have flex networks in this. Yes, we do, which is wireless power of awesome. I might set that up off camera. In the meantime, we've done a lot for today's episode. We set up automation for our nether star production with our wither killing. We have created the Draconic armor, which I'm wearing. It's very exciting. We can go to the next steps. I'll make the tools for this. They're the same kind of materials. They also take charges. We've also gotten into environmental tech where we have a solar panel generating 550 RF tick for us and an ore miner, a void ore miner, so that we can get the next level of resources we need to upgrade both the solar panel and the ore miner and the resource miner and start doing all of our mining automatically, which I'm very excited about. It's just dependent on power. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on the channel, don't hesitate to subscribe. And in the meantime, remember that you are the shiny stuff that awesome is made of.